Hi you guys, this is Carmen with Learning to Connect with Angels or Connect with Angels. I know I have a black shirt hanging behind me. I was hoping that I still had my black sheet, but I don't. And it deals with what we are going to be talking about today. And today I'm going to be talking to you guys about energy, sensing energy, and seeing energy. I do get a lot of questions on how to open your third eye because a lot of people want to see auras. I'll let you know, I do see energy and I have seen auras along with other stuff, but it's not like I'm constantly seeing them. I might be talking to somebody and then it's out. You know, that's the closest I can describe it to. It's almost like a blow, of energy, like, and then it's out. So, but I'll let you know, don't concentrate too much on just seeing energy, because I have a feeling that a lot of us think that things will materialize before our eyes the way it appears to be on television. So don't go by what the television tells you. You might be closing yourself off if you're just concentrating on seeing. So know that as long as you feel the energy, which is the easiest thing for us to do, is to feel, it'll eventually start moving on to other areas. So it's almost, the closest thing I can describe this to is, when you're looking for something and they're telling you it's right on top of the table, and you're looking, you can't find it, you're concentrating so hard on it that you don't see it, and the other person finally gets upset and comes and it's like there. You never saw it. So I don't want you focusing too much on it, but I do want you to develop it so that eventually it starts marinating along with everything else. And so however you pick up the information, you'll pick it up, because there's times where I get pictures and there's times where I sense. Just allow the information to flow, and if pictures are popping, just take it in. Don't just concentrate on seeing. I hope I kind of make sense, because I don't want you closing yourself off if you're just concentrating on one thing, okay? So just go with the flow is all I can say. So I'm going to be letting you know, don't think that you don't sense energy or feel energy. You do it. You do it all the time. You're constantly sensing. You constantly sense when you walk in a room and there's something going on, or you can kind of sense when two people don't get along, or when someone's staring at you, or you don't feel good about something. You're obviously sensing information. So know that you are sensing energy, and just say, okay, know that you already do it, okay? The other thing is that when you do start seeing stuff, acknowledge it. Say, okay, I saw it. Don't say, did I just think I saw that? Nah, maybe I didn't see. Don't just say, okay, I saw violet over this person's head. Okay, there's many layers to seeing the aura or energy. So know that sometimes you pick up on certain layers of the aura or certain things on. I would like for you to, once I show you the steps, I would like for you to practice them. And one of the easiest ways to do is to go outside and start seeing the energy that's outside. Start seeing your own energy, seeing other people's energy. And so I hope this really helps you guys. And remember, don't just concentrate. Do these exercises to help you. But when you're trying to receive angelic guidance or divine guidance or any guidance from the divine, don't just let that be your focal point. Just sit there and receive. I tell you, my daughter receives things different than I do. I receive things through the heart, through the gut, and her, mainly, she always says it's like between the heart and solar plexus. I do know that when I've talked to my angels do tell me that the third eye and the sacral are connected. So that's what they tell me. And also the back of your head. You know, you have that little indentation. Your skull sits like back here. Okay, which is the cranium. Cerebellum? Well, just right there where it sits, okay? So we're going to start, and I'm going to start you with the exercises that I do. And I apologize, my son's in his room, and my cat wants to get in there. So that's why you hear him. So I'm not only going to show you the exercises that I do to see the information or to feel energy, I'm also going to show you how I've seen energy. Now, please keep in mind that the way I see energy might not necessarily be the way you see energy. So, one of the things to do is to always work on your chakras. Always balance all your chakras. When one's out of balance, it'll eventually start crumbling everything else. So, try to keep your chakras balanced. Do any light therapy, you know, where you lay there and the colors are on the appropriate chakras, the crystals, you can do that. Just try to work and balance your chakras. It's very important to do that all the time because those are your spiritual energy centers and it's your spiritual body, and so we need to balance those. So I do recommend that you do balance your chakras. The other thing I also know that will really help you open up and start seeing energy, and I'll list the links below so you can see the stuff, because some of this stuff is free on YouTube, and you can also find the same one on Hulu if you have Hulu. Is Kundalini Yoga. When I started doing Kundalini Yoga, I was pretty much led by my angels to look for it. I didn't even know there was such a thing. But when you start doing Kundalini Yoga, it'll definitely open you up and you'll start seeing things, and it'll make it easier for you to start connecting with higher beings, not just angels, but masters. For some reason, a lot of masters started coming through when I started doing Kundalini Yoga. It does help you with your third eye quite a bit. As I say, when I do see the energy, I see lights moving around, just, you know, and it seemed to have really amped it up. So I do recommend that you do Kundalini Yoga. I'll list one. You don't have to do it every day, because there is one that's like an hour and 15 minutes and it does all the chakras. And then there's another one that works by chakra, and each one is 45 minutes. So you can do one each day if you would like. But that is one of the things that I highly recommend, that if you want to start seeing energy, is to do your Kundalini Yoga, and it'll also help you connect easier. And they always have you concentrate on your third eye as you're doing the things. So I highly recommend doing Kundalini Yoga. Another thing that will open you up, not only will it open your third eye and seeing and sensing energy and hearing it, because you'll start hearing it, is when you do any healing on people, any hands-on healing, because you will attract angels and masters and healers from the divine side who will come and guide you, and so you will sense them and they will start whispering, communicating with you through pictures, moving you. You will sense their energy moving you. You will hear them. And some of them even recommend that you do Kundalini Yoga. So you see how it all falls together. And right now I'm reading a book called Your Hands Can Heal, and it's pranic healing. So I'll list the link below. I haven't started, but I've seen the author, Stephen Coe. I've seen a lot of his stuff, and I've implemented some of the things, and my husband and my daughter can sense the energy. Just trust. All you gotta do is just, even though you're like, oh, I'm supposed to be feeling the energy, I'm supposed to be sensing, don't concentrate, just do it. And they'll tell you that they feel things. You know, don't concentrate too much, and eventually you'll just start picking it up. Trust me. Another book that I recommend, I've read this book, as a matter of fact I just finished reading it, is Hands of Light. You can buy the book. I actually bought this about 10 years ago, I want to say, but I never had the chance to read it, and I donated it, and then I regretted it, and so I went ahead and I bought it, and it was $1 plus $3.99 shipping and handling on Amazon, or you can buy the Kindle. I want to say the Kindle's anywhere between $15 to $18. I like the Kindle because it reads to you. So, you know, I go trekking with my husband, I'll put my headphones and I'll be going along with it as it's reading to me. So I have both versions, but I recommend this one because she actually shows you the pictures as to the way you see energy. So this is a very good book. And so I'm going to first show you how you see energy. There are 7 layers to your aura, or like they say, 7 spiritual bodies. They even talk about the crown in here. I'll show you a little bit more in depth, but let me see. I will bring it to the camera so that you can see. So here it is. And here is states 7 layers visible. I've actually seen my aura this way, and it's very psychedelic. That's the closest thing I could think of. One of the things is you will see this layer right here, the blue layer around your fingers when you start seeing. I want to say it's more blue, but also indigo when you see it. It's really dark with an indigo color in it. And I can already feel my angels. They're already here. So this is the one. This is, you might see this around your fingers with the exercises that we're going to start doing. Here's another one. This is another one I've seen on people. I've seen this one and this one. This is almost like what my daughter has seen. If you see my picture of the one that I took, this kind of reminds me of the picture of the one that I took. Here's another one where the person's just glowing. And then, of course, things that you will see on people. I have seen stuff like this. And this is how my daughter sees the energy when people are sick. Well, I want to have you see, right? So this is from the book Your Hands Can Heal. Okay. The yellow is the easiest to see on people. So as you can see, she's got light beings working with her. You'll start seeing light beings around people once you start opening your third eye. You will see this when you start seeing your hands. Aura, energy. So here are the 7 layers. This is how the chakras are. Pretty sure guys have seen a lot of these pictures. But here are the 7 layers. Well, these are the 7 chakras. Let me see. The spiritual bodies. Let me look for the, oh, here it is. Okay. So first you have the etheric aura, which is the one closest to you, and that is connected to your root chakra. Then you have the second one, which is the emotional aura, which is connected to your sacral. Then you have your mental body, which is connected to your solar plexus. Then the astral body, which is connected to your heart. The etheric template, which is connected to your throat. The celestial body, which is connected to your third eye. And last is the cathetic body that is connected to your crown. And the etheric one is the blue one. When you see the blue energy, that's the etheric. And the easiest way to see your energy is to have the lights dimmed and something black behind you. One of the easiest ways is the exercises that I tell you today to do is to do them at night. Turn off the lights and just have like a TV light on, the TV light. Don't be right in front of the TV, like be on your bed and let the TV light give you light. Be on your bed and just start the exercises that I ask you to do, and you will start hopefully seeing the energy, okay? Not only, well, there's so much to talk in this video, so I hope that I'm able to help you guys, okay? So I'll let you know how you can, what you might see. Okay, first, you'll sense the energy. How you sense the energy, if you're a person that feels, I like to first feel, and if I get any pictures, I get pictures. I am very visual, but for some reason they work hand in hand with me. So I'm also very emotional, so I tend to feel. So I just let it, whatever's gonna happen, happens. Okay? So if you're a person that learns through seeing pictures, then you're a visual person. If you're a person that likes to read instructions and you get the picture in your head, you might just be a person that senses. Everybody learns different. Just remember, you might pick things up different than others. But I highly, what I want to say is, the easiest way first to start off is to sense the energy. And let me also show you first how you might see the energy. And I have my angel pictures. This is me, and this is how I see energy, but you might see it different, but I'm just going to show you how I see it, okay? So you might look at your hand and you'll see beams of light. Sometimes I see green, sometimes I see white. I did it as grape. It's like a whitish with a little bit of blue in it. Sometimes you might see gold. Sometimes you might see a little bit of blue violet. Or you might just see something else. But you'll see that coming out of your fingers. But if you don't, it's okay. You might see something and eventually start seeing this. Please don't be hard on yourself, okay? I don't want you to be hard on yourself. Another thing, when you start seeing the energy, you'll start seeing this. You might see violet. Hopefully you can see this. You might see bluish. You might see just the energy around. I put it as black, just energy, like with little white lights. Gold. You might pick up gold. Or you might pick up green or yellow. You could also see it this way around plants. Now, just because I see it this way doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to see it this way. You might see things different, okay? This is another one that I did. This is the easiest way to see the aura, and I'm going to show you this. Because most people have you concentrate on the outer side. To me, this is the easiest way. So you'll see either violet, or green, or yellow, or maybe even whitish blue. Here's the other one. This one comes in more, I want to say like this color. But I didn't have this color. See the color of ink, indigo? That's kind of how this color comes first. You might see this. This is the etheric body. And you might see the little lights. Whatever color, might be green, yellow, lime, blue, whatever color you might see. You might see this and then more over it, like a haze. It all looks hazy. Then, this is why you see people with halos or saints with halos. You've probably seen this, or you will start seeing this once you start working around people, like a halo over them. It's very soft, smoky, hazy looking. Now, I've also seen it on people this way. This teacher I used to work with, then it made sense to me why I used to see her energy like this. Like almost like fire and really big and golden yellow. Later on made sense to me is because she had passed away, so she'd been over to the other side, so her crown was open because there was already that connection. And this is what I see with my daughter right there. I see it that color, almost with a little bit of pink in it too. Sometimes when people are sick, you'll see little stuff like this around their aura. Like there's something going on. Then, once you start opening up, this happens to me quite a bit when I'm talking to people. Sometimes I'll start seeing their aura, and then I'll start seeing a beam, just like this. Either up here above them. So I've seen them as, I'm thinking children coming through. It's almost, sometimes it gets to be like if you've looked at the sun. It's kind of blinding, but you'll start seeing this around people, even around you when you start working. Don't be surprised. I'm thinking that's either a loved one or a guide that is coming through. And then you can practice by looking at plants. This is usually how I see it around plants. I'll see like a golden green around it, and it's pretty big. It could also be pretty big, along with sometimes some pink. This winter I was driving with my husband, and I really didn't pick up anything around the trees while they were asleep. But once spring started coming and started getting their leaves, I was able to see this. And I was also able to see this when we were passing by a pine tree. I'm thinking that they sell Christmas trees. And it was all pink, beautiful, almost like a fuchsia pink. Then, when you're outside, you'll start seeing little things like this. This is like bubbles. I almost call them like boiling water that you see floating around. Some people. I was reading your hands of light, and she said it's plasma. That's what she was saying. But once your eye starts getting open, you'll start seeing that there's stuff floating around. There's energy everywhere, all kinds of things. That's why people see, I want to say almost like mandala-like things floating outside. I've seen little things that look like little snakes. I've seen those little things just popping everywhere. Little things like this moving around. Here's another one. They look like little wiggly lines. They could be going up, they could be sideways, diagonally. It's almost like a fluorescent. And you might see other shapes. This is kind of when you go at night and you look at the energy at night. This is kind of what I see. These are supposed to be stars. These big ones are stars. But this is all the energy. I think it's probably easier to see it at night if you try it and then move to the daylight, or you could do either or. So you'll start seeing this. And now when I was seeing this and I was seeing all these little designs outside, I kind of, I started thinking of Van Gogh. And I started wondering if he saw energy. Because he was always very emotional about feeling everything, and he wanted to portray what he was feeling into the painting. He wanted the feeling of the air and the feeling of the plants and everything. So it kind of got me wondering if he was able to see energy. So I kind of think he was able to see energy. So these are just a few examples. Hopefully this helps you. So when you start doing the exercises that I'm going to recommend to you is so that way you know what to look for. Now remember, it also looks kind of like smoky, hazy, okay? Remember, when you're receiving, not to concentrate too much on just saying, trust me. You might be talking to your friend and all of a sudden you see your aura and there it's gone. That's how it works for me. It's not like I'm outside and there's people and there's colors around them all the time, and it's not like that. Okay, so that's, hopefully this kind of like lets you know that it's not something that goes on 24 hours a day.